Today is November the 3rd. What does it mean to love and obey? Well, Jesus says that loving him means to obey him. Let's read that section. We're in John chapter 14. We're going to read verses 15 to 24. If you love me, you'll keep my commandments, and I'll ask the Father, and he'll give you another advocate to be with you forever. This is the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive because it neither sees him nor knows him. You know him because he abides with you, and he will be in you. I will not leave you orphaned. I'm coming to you. In a little while the world will no longer see me, but you'll see me. Because I live, you will also live. On that day you'll know that I'm in the Father, and you in me, and I in you. They who have my commandments and keep them are those who love me. Those who love me will be loved by my Father. I'll love them and reveal myself to them. Judas, not Iscariot, said to him, Lord, how is it that you'll reveal yourself to us and not to the world? Jesus answered him, those who love me will keep my word, and my Father will love them. We'll come to them and we'll make our home with them. Whoever doesn't love me does not keep my word, and the word that you hear is not mine, but it's from the Father who sent me. Now, we are in the middle of the Last Supper. Jesus is giving his last teaching to his disciples. Beginning in chapter 14, the first 14 verses, he says, believe in God and believe in me. Those two things go hand in hand. Starting in verse 15, he talks about the Paraclete, or the Advocate. He goes on talking about the Advocate for 2 full chapters. Well, in chapter 16, verse 16, he finally gets practical, and he talks about what's going to happen in the next 24 hours. He's going to be crucified, and he's going to die. Then he'll be buried. But he does hint at the resurrection. He ends in John 17 praying for his disciples. But here in this section, where he begins to talk about the Advocate, he says, if you love me, you'll love the Father. And if you love me, you will obey me. Now, throughout the Old Testament, loving God and obeying God are linked together. They're two sides of the same coin. One place where that is mentioned is Deuteronomy chapter 30. Let's read Deuteronomy 30.
Deuteronomy 30, verses 1 through 20, New Revised Standard Edition. When all these things have happened to you, the blessings and the curses that I have set before you, if you call them to mind among all the nations where the Lord your God has driven you, and return to the Lord your God, and you and your children obey him with all your heart and with all your soul, just as I am commanding you today, then the Lord your God will return you from your captivity and have compassion on you, gathering you again from all the peoples among whom the Lord your God has scattered you. Even if you are exiled to the ends of the world, from there the Lord your God will gather you, and from there he will take you back. The Lord your God will bring you into the land that your ancestors possessed, and you will possess it. He will make you more prosperous and more numerous than your ancestors. Moreover, the Lord your God will circumcise your heart and the heart of your descendants, so that you will love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul, in order that you may live. The Lord your God will put all these curses on your enemies and on the adversaries who took advantage of you. Then you shall again obey the Lord, observing all his commandments that I am commanding you today. And the Lord your God will make you abundantly prosperous in all your undertakings, in the fruit of your body, in the fruit of your livestock, and in the fruit of your soil. For the Lord will again take delight in prospering you. just as he delighted in prospering your adversaries, when you obey the Lord your God by observing his commandments and decrees that are written in the book of the law, because you turn to the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul. Surely this commandment that I am commanding you today is not too hard for you, nor is it too far away. It is not in heaven that you should say, "Who will go up to heaven for us and get it for us, so that we may hear it and observe it?" Neither is it beyond the sea that you should say, "Who will cross to the other side of the sea for us and get it for us, so we may hear it and observe it?" No, the word is very near to you. It is in your mouth and in your heart for you to observe. See, I have set before you today life and prosperity, death and adversary. If you obey the commandments of the Lord your God that I am commanding you today, by loving the Lord your God, walking in his ways, and observing his commandments, decrees, and ordinances, then you shall live and become numerous, and the Lord your God will bless you in the land that you are entering to possess. But if your heart turns away and you do not hear, but are led astray to bow down to other gods and serve them, I declare to you today that you shall certainly perish. You shall not live long in the land that you are crossing the Jordan to enter and possess. I call heaven and earth to witness against you today that I have set before you life and death, blessing and curse. Choose life so that you and your descendants may live, loving the Lord your God, obeying him, and holding fast to him, for that means life to you and length of days, so that you may live in the land that the Lord swore to give your ancestors, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob.
So there Moses says, you love God by obeying him. And here in this passage in John, Jesus says, you love and obey me. Those are two sides of the same coin, just like in the Old Testament. And if you do, if you love me and obey me, I will continue to be with you in the person of the advocate that I'll send to you. So what do we do about this today? It's very simple, isn't it? Love and obey. Scripture reading from the New Revised Standard Version by Emily Herrera. If you like what you heard today, follow us.